Good evening, MECC families, staff, students, and welcome to the 2020 Memorial Early Childhood Center Virtual Open House. I'm Mr. Gobiel, and I'm thrilled to be the principal of this wonderful school. I want to start by acknowledging the host of emotions that we have all experienced over the last 7 months. These have been challenging times, and we have been feeling anxious, worried, tired, nervous, confused, stressed, and overwhelmed. I know, however, that we have also felt excited, happy, relieved, and pleased. I want to thank you all for your patience and understanding that you've shown as we have worked together to make the start of this school year successful. I want to recognize the efforts of our staff who have gone above and beyond in preparing for this new way of teaching. They have spent countless hours planning and preparing to make this experience safe and fun for our students, and they certainly deserve a big thank you. I also need to thank the families of our students who have been overwhelmingly patient and grateful as you've sent your students back to us to school under some very challenging circumstances. I know there have been glitches and hiccups as we have gotten started. I have continued to remind people that we are all doing the best that we can, including our students, and that we should try to not become stressed when challenges arise. We must continue to be understanding and compassionate with each other, and we must also give ourselves permission at times to back off and to let some things go when we are feeling overwhelmed. These are our youngest learners starting their educational journey. And they need to be allowed to unplug and play, because isn't that what kindergarten is really about, if they're getting too upset or frustrated with the work? Adults supporting them must feel permission to let some things go when we are upset or frustrated as well. I have shared this message with our staff. They are working tirelessly to adapt to our new academic environment and circumstances. And they also need permission to shut down at times and to prioritize what is most important. While we strive to maintain effective communication, we must also develop appropriate boundaries. Families and teachers should not be communicating late at night or during the weekends about things that are out of our control. We all need time to relax, recharge, and unwind. As a district, our priorities this year include well-being, relationships, and learning, in that order. The safety of our students, their families, and our staff is most important. As Mrs. Johnson, our nurse, will speak about, keeping your student home if they don't feel well is an important piece of this. She will share more details on this. We are working very hard to maintain a safe and clean school, and your assistance and vigilance with this is critical. We're also working very hard in every day in every interaction with our students and families to foster positive, mutually supportive relationships. We need to effectively work with families even more this year than before. We need to trust that, that we are all doing our best, and we need to continue to be patient and compassionate if we are going to have a successful year. This is a new kind of learning for all of us, and we are all learning together. I encourage everyone to embrace this newness and to celebrate our successes. What we are most focused on this year is developing what we call learner behaviors, and not so much on true academic material. By this, I mean things like being organized, which is having a quiet, distraction-free work area. Persevering, meaning working hard despite challenges. Having a growth mindset. So we want people to say, I may not be able to do this now, but I am going to keep working at it. Task initiation, which means being able to get started on a task. Time management, being aware of how long a task will take and planning accordingly. And independence, having the confidence to work without adult intervention and support. We do not expect or want adults at home to do the work for your student or to necessarily teach them. Our hope is that you support their learning by assisting them getting set up, redirecting them to their work as needed. In order to learn best, they need to struggle to some degree with the work, and they need to own it, meaning it needs to be theirs. If at any point they become extremely frustrated or confused, we encourage you to stop the work and to read with them, or to play a game, or get some exercises, and just to communicate this with our teachers. I want to share with you all how amazing it's been to have children back in school. The kids have been very responsible, wearing their masks, washing their hands, and maintaining social distance. It's also been great watching them play and listening to their laughter, as well as watching them in their learning environments. I'm proud to let you know that they are also working so hard on their schoolwork. I thoroughly enjoy being in a classroom where students are practicing counting, identifying letters, talking about the days of the week and the months of the year and the weather. They're learning about books, and they're exploring science and social studies. And despite the current circumstances, they're making friends and learning how to take turns, share, and be respectful of others. I want to share a few pictures with you. These are my twins, Grace and Grady, on their first day of kindergarten. That was a few years ago. This next one includes their younger brother, Cooper, who clearly is not happy because he didn't get to go to school like his siblings did. This one is a reminder for all of you to not blink because they grow up so fast. Grace and Grady are 16 years old. They both have their driver's licenses, and Cooper is a freshman in high school. This is a picture of school for them on their first day this year. It feels like yesterday they were just beginning their educational journey, and now we're thinking about college. Don't blink, folks. We're looking for some volunteers, some parent volunteers, to join our Parent-Teacher Association. I'm in the process of getting this started. I have a meeting tomorrow with a few people. We'll be planning our first actual PTA meeting. Information on the date and time of that meeting will be forthcoming. PTA is an organization that includes parents, guardians, teachers who plan fundraising activities and fun events for our school. The MECC PTA is interesting and unique in that we generally only have people in this group for 1 year. I've been at the Berkland School for the last 8 years, and it's been wonderful to foster some relationships with some parents and guardians over for several years at a time. And people have joined the PTA and been part of it for several years. MECC is different, it's unique, but we're looking for people to get involved, especially during these circumstances, and try to figure out what kind of fun events can we do. I'd like to, at this point, invite Mrs. Redlawn, who is our special ed coordinator, into the meeting. Hello, Mrs. Redlawn.
Hi.
He's going to chat with you guys for a minute.
Sure. Good morning. Good evening. Holy cow. It's been a day, huh? So, no, good evening, everyone. I'm Kim Redlawn, and I'm the special education coordinator for grades K through 3. So I have had the pleasure of seeing all of the little ones at MECC, preschool and K, coming in for their first days. And it's been really great to have kids in the building and have some sort of normalcy back in education with them in the building. I look forward to watching them flourish over the year and grow. I have been in the district. Some of you might know me if you have older siblings and heard my name. I've been at MKG for the past 4 years, and now I have the awesome ability to be at K as well, to be able to help our K kids transition to either MKG or Berkland once they head to first grade. So I'm super excited that I was asked to be on this, and I look forward to working with you guys throughout the year. Thanks, Mr. Gobiel.
Thank you, Ms. Redlawn. We're lucky to have you as well. I just want to let people know that your children are in loving and caring hands, and when they're with us, whether in person or remotely. We appreciate the trust that you put in us and give us your children every day. I completely enjoy watching them, talking with them, and laughing with them. There's no place I'd rather be on a daily basis. Memorial Early Child Center is truly a magical place. I wanted to share this photo of our custodians, some people that you might see in the building. I'm going to introduce some other folks in a second, but I took this picture of these guys today. They have done an amazing job of making sure that the building is safe and clean, organized. They are quite a crew. And I hope your kids appreciate that. And I hope you appreciate that. They are out there between recesses, sanitizing the equipment. They have been really working very hard, and they worked hard all summer to make sure that everything was squared away and set up. They're an amazing group of guys. I do ask that if you ever have a worry or concern, that you reach out to me. We can work out whatever collaboratively, whatever we need to take care of. But at this point, I do have a few people that would like to share some videos that they put together, our special subject teachers and our nurse and our school psychologist, and we'll go from there. And I'll be back in a minute.
Welcome, everybody, to our virtual open house. My name is Laurie Johnson. I'm the school nurse here at the Memorial Early Childhood Center. Well, this is certainly a different year for all of us, and we're all just trying to adapting to everything, but I hope you do enjoy our open house. I would just like to go over a few reminders in regards to COVID. Please make sure your child is healthy before you send them to school. If you have a thermometer, please take their temperature. I'm sure that you're all aware of all the symptoms right now of COVID. If you are not, please refer to the CDC website. You can refer to the Department of Public Health. You can also go on the homepage of the Middleborough Public Schools. The symptoms are on there. Also, if you can call me at any time and we can go over the symptoms of your child and the guidelines that you should follow. Also, please make sure that your child wears a mask. We've seen a lot of great masks, and they wear it over their nose also, and go over hand washing. I know this is all redundant. You've all done it over and over and over again, but please make sure that they realize that they need to make good bubbles on their hands and scrub for 20 seconds. Also, state mandated is a flu shot by the end of December. So if your child has had a flu shot, please send in documentation that they've had it, and please stay safe, stay healthy, and welcome to kindergarten. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Kira Drugan. Your child and his or her classmates will get to know me in the classroom when in the building, and online for the students in cohort 4. With me, your child will be introduced to and learn about a variety of social and emotional concepts, such as bucket filling, listening with your whole body, with the zones of regulation.
Good evening. I'm Megan Quirk. I'm the Middleborough Family Resource Center coordinator in the public schools. I work in all the schools, but I focus most of my time at the Memorial Early Childhood Center, the Henry B. Berkland Elementary School, and the Mary K. Good Elementary School. So I'm here for all families. If any of you need help connecting with information or resources, please reach out to me. You can call me at 508-946-2040, extension 4319. And you can also send me an email. And you can also check out the website where I have gathered all of the information and resources that I have found over the past 5 years in one nice space. If you go to the district's webpage and click on community, my website is under Middleborough Family Resource Center. So we are excited for our kindergarten families. We hope to celebrate together as we did miss our 5th annual kindergarten social at Seoul this summer. I do hope we get to celebrate together, and I do look forward to meeting with you. Again, reach out if you need anything. I'm here to help make life a little bit easier. So don't hesitate. Have a great night, guys. Take care. Bye.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lou Florio. I'm your child's physical education teacher. I also do library with the kids, which is a story time and a movement break. In library, we follow the informational literacy standards for the state. So right now we're working on telling the difference between fiction, nonfiction, what an author does, what an illustrator does, parts of a story. We'll cover genre. There's lots that they'll be learning this year. You can check out my website where I list what the standards are and what are the topics of content that's taught this year for kindergarten. For physical education this year, all the K classes are doing the remote model, which means that it's being very different this year. So I will post on my website the lessons and some resources for the kids. The class itself is to introduce a skill, but because I'm not with them in person in the gym and able to work with them in person, a lot of the activity part of the class, they'll have to do independently, as probably they'll have to do it outside. They need a wide open space. So we're all adjusting to the new normal. And I just want to thank all the parents and guardians for your effort in having the kids attend my classes, because I know if I have them, especially at the end of the day, they're tired, and putting them in front of a screen all day is not easy on your end. So your effort is greatly appreciated. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me at the school. My email is louflorio@middleborough.k12.ma.us, and you can also call me at the school. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Even though it's a different year, you know, being out and remote with this COVID-19, I think we can still strive to have your child be happy in school and develop a love for learning. So that's our goal. So again, take care, stay well, and thanks for listening.
Hello, hello, come and join the song. Hi everyone, if you haven't guessed yet, I am the music teacher at the Memorial Early Childhood Center. My name is Katie Iveson, and I've been teaching at the school for over 5 years. And I've been teaching in Middleborough since 2003. So what I'd like to do is give you a little overview of how music's going this year. I know we've all had a lot of fears about whether or not school would be safe. Would it be fun? Would the kids enjoy themselves? Well, I've got to tell you, after being there for a few weeks, the kids are doing just great. And here in music class, we're having a wonderful time, both online and in person. So I would like you to take a little peek at my presentation. Today, I want to tell you what's different about music class than regularly. And I guess the big thing that's different is that we're having music in your child's homeroom rather than in the music room. And while that might present a little bit of a challenge because we don't have all of our materials, it's really been going just wonderfully, because the rooms are so big that the kids have lots of room to social distance and to dance and enjoy class. We've been taking a lot of precautions in music to sanitize all of our equipment in between every single use, as well as have the kids use hand sanitizer whenever they touch something new. Also, we've been social distancing when we dance, and we haven't been doing circle games and partner activities, but we've been doing lots of spreading out and having fun. We've discontinued using porous materials like fabrics in music class, and instead decided to make our own props for puppets and dancing. And you might see some of those cool things come home with your child in his or her folder if he or she's attending. So what are we going to learn this year? Well, typically in music class, we do a lot of singing, and we'll be doing more of that singing online this year. And we sing a lot of traditional children's songs, the kind of songs that you might have sang when you're a child. I try to make sure that we have a real diverse repertoire of music so that kids can hear all kinds of different styles. We play instruments in music class, and we also talk about music using real music vocabulary, and we start to form opinions about the kinds of music we like. We do lots of moving to music. We move to the beat. We move up to the high and low pitch, to the fast and slow tempo. We learn about music through moving to it. Also, this year, we'll be using a lot of stories that are musical, and we will have a very renewed focus on literacy in the music classroom. We will learn music vocabulary. We'll look at lots of words while we're singing so we can start to read them and write them as well. And as the year goes on, we'll be learning about all kinds of musical instruments from all over the world in different musical styles. Our number one goal this year is to help your child learn to love music. I think that that is a kindergarten music teacher's priority, to really make sure that the child leaves saying, hey, I thought that was fun, and wanting a little bit more of it. So thanks for joining me today, and have fun at our virtual open house. Anytime you'd like to give me an email or pop in during a virtual meeting to introduce yourself or to ask a question or give me a suggestion, I would be happy to see you. So have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.
Hello, I'm Melissa Odie Morrison, or Mrs. Ohm as the students call me. I am the art teacher at the Memorial Early Childhood Center. I'll be teaching your children art this year. Usually it's in a classroom, but this year art is on a cart, and I come into the children's classrooms to teach them. We learn about the elements and principles of design, and we have fun in the actual process of art making. We have just done some artwork concerning the book The Dot by Peter Reynolds, and about making our mark at our school. So we started working on that, and we're working on lines, and we're making our way down through line, shape, color, form, and we will be having a lot of fun. If you have any questions at all, you can reach me on the phone at the school, or also you can look at some of the things we do on my webpage that's connected on the MECC site. So let me show you now as I present on there. Bear with me. And I'm sharing with you part of my site here, my webpage, and it will give you a little download a little bit about me and my background. If you go on art curriculum, you'll be able to see some of the elements and principles of design and what we focus on. And we also have some things on the art show from last year, so you can look at some of that, what the kids were doing in the project that we've done in the past. We also have a connection to the International Dot Day. You can take a look at what we were doing and what the book's about. The book is a great book to talk about making their mark in the art room. Well, that's about all enough I have to say about myself, but if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Bye. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, guys. Just to follow up, I just want to make sure that I reiterate, I want to thank everybody for their patience and their compassion, their understanding. All of us are in this together, and everybody is doing this together. And that's the most important piece. We're all doing the best that we can. And I don't mean just the school. I mean families, guardians, parents, everybody. And I truly appreciate that. I've had some great conversations with some families and some parents. I've had some wonderful conversations with our teachers and all of our staff about we're just doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can. And I appreciate that. Communication is really important. So please continue to communicate with us. If you have issues, questions, comments, concerns. We have parent-teacher conferences coming up. Teachers will be scheduling these individually with families. And that's it. I appreciate you joining us tonight. I hope it's been a good experience for you, albeit a new experience, which is in kindergarten is kind of nice because it's all kind of a new experience. So that's not a bad thing. Please don't hesitate to contact me directly if you have any concerns. I hope you all have a great night. Please stay safe and be well. Take care.